Good evening, everybody. It's Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. Wanted to give you a live update here. About in the last half hour or so, there was a bunch of gunfire heard and reports possibly of some explosions and anti-aircraft fire near the presidential palace in Caracas, Venezuela. Now, I don't really know what happened here. So, this might not be a long stream, but wanted to bring you the latest updates on this. I posted some videos on my X account. You can go to my X account at Lookner. But gunfire and also, as Faytux News pointed out, reporter with The Hill, Philip Timotija, reported that there were loud blasts near the presidential palace. I did find a local report. I found a local report from, hold on a second, let me pull this up here. I found a local report from TVV Noticias. TVV Noticias, which is it's in Miami. It's a popular Spanish language news outlet. And they said that residents of a certain area in Caracas reported a presumed armed response against drones that would have entered the area, according to messages disseminated in communal council groups. According to the testimonies, the residents would have been ordered to shelter in their homes while the situation was taking place. In the circulating messages, it is stated, "We responded to the drones." Now, I don't know if that's true or not. So it's confusing. And then I haven't seen this myself, but Faytux saw something from AFP, which I have not seen. Hold on. So let me see if I can find this myself. Yeah, Faytux found this report somewhere, Faytux News, and it said, I haven't seen it myself. He said a source close to Venezuela's presidency tells AFP that shots have been fired near the presidential palace in Caracas, but that, quote, the situation is under control. So I don't know what's going on here. So let's just see what we can find out. Is it? Oh. CNW, which I follow, which is a very good account to follow for news on Venezuela. They said after an attack, military and security forces are usually in a state of high alert, which is what I was thinking. But then they said the current explanation is they began shooting at their own drone, believing they were under attack again. At least 2 people have reportedly been injured and bullets impacted nearby homes. Is that true? Were they shooting at their own drone? I don't know. We'll see if we can get you a little more information. Again, it might be a short stream, but wanted to let you know what I was hearing. That's at ConflictsW. Very good account to follow for Venezuela stuff. At ConflictsW. Don't know, though, but this is near the presidential palace. There's videos showing lots of gunfire, and it seems like tracer fire in the air. Let's see what else we can find you. Now, I'm seeing a report from this account called Alberto News. Alberto Rod News, which is a very popular feed I follow with like 750,000 followers. They have a lot of Venezuela stuff. Now, they say that explosions were reported near the presidential palace following an attempt to shoot down suspected irregular drones. Irregular drones. So there's several reports now talking about an attempt to shoot down drones. There's a video of armed men in the streets going around. I'll throw that one in the chat for you from Alert News 24. They also had a video of armed vehicles, or of army vehicles patrolling the streets. Another account I follow that's a popular independent news outlet about Venezuela, Efecto Cocuyo, they say the thunderous detonations of an air raid, of an airstrike, sorry, no, that's different. That's a different thing. Sorry, that was a different story. So is this a case where just they accidentally fired at a drone, or is something else going on here? Now, it's interesting. There's this account I follow called Alert News 24, which they post a lot of Venezuela stuff. They have 2.5 million followers. Now, they just posted, it's a Spanish language account. They just posted a minute ago, orders have been made to activate military air defense in Caracas. Now, they just posted that a minute ago. But, I mean, it seems like they wouldn't be that behind the news that they're posting about something a half an hour ago. But I honestly don't know. So, the question is it something or nothing? Is it some sort of false alarm, or is something else going on? And I'm not entirely sure right now. Oh, OSINT Technical posted a post from somebody and said it's an unverified explanation. Orlando Avendano, a journalist, senior editor at Voz US, he said, unconfirmed, there are reports of alleged drone overflights at the presidential palace, which triggered a response with bursts of gunfire. So it's not clear. There's a bunch of reports going around saying that there might have been people firing at drones. I don't know if that's true. And also, if it is true, was it just a false alarm, or were there some hostile drones or something? I do not know. This was near the presidential palace. Still trying to get some clarification. I'm going to put a couple of the videos in the chat that show the gunfire. Yeah, so it's one of these cases. I mean, it could turn out to just be like some false alarm and people, people on edge firing at something that maybe they shouldn't have fired at. But, in the moment, you don't know what it is. So my thought was, I want to come on and be on the air and see what it is, because I don't know what it is. But, it may turn out to be just, a false alarm of some sort, or somebody firing at something, mistaking something for a threat. But maybe not. We don't know. So this account called Report Ya that I follow, that posts a lot of they post a lot of Venezuela news. They say military personnel reportedly detected some drones over the presidential palace and began firing high-caliber projectiles, activating a security perimeter in the surrounding area. It is possible that the drones were for their own security. All of this information is still being developed. I'm going to post another video in the chat. Oh, this is a video of people running for cover that I just saw. I'm going to post that in the chat as well. Let's see, can I hear this? Hold on. Yeah. Purported video of people running for cover during the gunfire. Well, we'll wait a few minutes and we'll see what we hear. You never know. You just don't know. It's possible something else could be going on. It's a strange situation there right now. I got the report from AFP. Danny Kemp with AFP just posted this 9 minutes ago. He says, from AFP in Caracas, shots fired near presidential palace, situation under control, say witnesses and source close to presidency. So that's the AFP report. Shots fired near Venezuela presidential palace. Situation under control, say witnesses and source close to presidency. Hang on a moment here. UHN News, which is a major Spanish language news outlet, they say numerous videos on social media show civilians running through the surrounding area, fleeing the fire and chaos near the presidential palace. Oh, give me, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'm going to check something here. Hang on. Now, Faytux News said, I don't know where this report is coming from. I haven't seen the AFP report myself. Faytux News said that AFP was reporting that unidentified drones flew over the palace, the presidential palace in central Caracas, and security forces opened fire in response around 8 p.m. Well, is 8 p.m. right? That would have been like an hour and 15 minutes ago? Yeah, hour and 15 minutes ago. Oh, this is interesting. A member of the Presidential Guard was seen clearing empty streets near the palace with members of the security forces. All videos of security forces so far show them mainly in a state of confusion. That's from CNW. I'll post the link in the chat. CNW says they posted a video of soldiers clearing the streets. But again, CNW says all videos of security services so far show them mainly in a state of confusion. Do they have power back? I'm not aware that there's some big power outage. We'll give it a couple minutes here. But again, there's some reports that say, a number of reports that claim that there was fire at drones. And some reports claim that maybe it was their own drones. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Faytux sent me the AFP report. Faytux News, which I told you about. AFP says shots were fired late Monday near the presidential palace in Venezuela. A source to the government said the situation was under control. Unidentified drones flew over the presidential palace, and security forces opened fire in response around 8 p.m. local time, about an hour and 20 minutes ago. The source said, hours after Maduro's deputy, Delcy Rodriguez, was sworn in as interim president following his removal. Common Sense Party said, who did the drones belong to? If there were drones, it's not entirely clear. But again, it looks like right now, I'm not hearing any reports the last few minutes of more gunfire or explosions heard. So maybe it'll turn out to just be this isolated, strange incident. Oh, CNN posted a report about this, CNN says gunfire heard tonight in Caracas. They said that gunfire was heard near the presidential palace. CNN said videos appear to be lights from drones and anti-aircraft fired. CNN also said it's unclear what the situation is related to. At the moment, not hearing much more about this. Strange goings on. There's an unconfirmed photo by Alert News, by one account I follow, claiming that the palace is now surrounded by armored vehicles. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's a legit photo. Report Ya, which is a popular Spanish language account I follow that posts a lot about Venezuela. They say, hold on. Hold on. They quoted this person, Sergio Novelli, who is apparently he's a Venezuelan journalist living in Miami. And Sergio Novelli says that audio messages circulating on WhatsApp indicate the incident near the palace was caused by a misunderstanding. Apparently, drones were launched, which activated air defense immediately. However, reports now indicate that the situation is under control. We'll give it a couple minutes here just to make sure. 6.1 earthquake off the coast of Japan, by the way, according to EMSC. See, it says 6.1 earthquake. And now they're saying 6.2. 6.2 earthquake in Japan. USGS doesn't have it yet, but all right, we'll give it a minute. Maybe a short stream. Maybe a short stream. I don't know that we'll ever exactly find out what happened, to be honest. Let's see. By the way, thanks to A-Man. Beth Mythical, thanks for moderating. Sorry, I haven't even had time to thank the moderators. Roberts May Queen. We'll give it a couple more minutes, and then if nothing happens, we're not going to keep the stream going. But it's one of these things, you know, when sometimes things are happening and you don't know how it's going to turn out. And it felt like, well, I'd rather be on the air to see what happens. Thanks to Big Ball of Yarn, Cerrero, I Got That Fire, Mark HNC, Matthew Kohai 3, Surly Dev on Twitch, and also Kay Lowry Body, Margaret Riley on Facebook, Linda Belglary and Misha on X. Oh, Bonnie Goodwin. Thanks, Bonnie Goodwin, for your support. See if we see anything else. I don't know if we'll get a definitive answer. Oh, I just found something else. What is this? A Tal Cual, Diario Tal Cual, which is a Venezuela digital newspaper. Here's what Tal Cual is reporting. Police sources say that gunfire in Miraflores was due to confusion among allies. Okay? Residents of Caracas and reported gunfire near the presidential palace, Miraflores Palace, and drones flying over the Ministry of the Interior, Justice, and Peace tonight. Police officials consulted by Tal Cual stated that the situation arose from a misunderstanding between allied groups. Confusion between forces, a police officer said, explaining that a swarm of drones flew over Miraflores Palace. They were allies and were fired on due to confusion. Everything is calm now. Nothing has happened, the second official said. After several bursts of gunfire were heard Monday night, there was a heavy police presence in Miraflores. Officers from the National Police reportedly arrived and cordoned off the area. The presidential palace, lost power, and its buildings were completely dark. This caused confusion among the residents of the area about what was happening. Also, it was reported military personnel from the Honor Guard fired shots toward Puente Llaguno near Miraflores. Anyways, so Tal Cual, digital newspaper in Venezuela that reports on Venezuela, said that police sources told them the shooting was due to confusion between allies. Easy Living says, on edge much? So, that seems to be the tone of what we're hearing. You can see here, Miraflores Palace is the official dispatch and head office of the President of Venezuela. Oops. That's from Government of Venezuela. That's what it looks like. All right, guys. It looks like nothing big right now. Nothing big right now, it looks like. So I think we might start wrapping this up. I know it's going to be a short stream, but, you know, sometimes you come on the air not knowing what's going on, and you don't know how things are going to turn out. Let's see here. Let me just see if I have anything else for you. But that seems to be what I'm hearing a lot of online, is that forces fired on drones that they should have known about, but they didn't know about, and they thought they were enemy drones. So there. So there. All right, guys. Sorry for the short stream, but with this situation, I'd rather be on the air when something is happening than not be on the air. But at the same time, not a lot is going on right this second. Yeah, basically like a false alarm. All right, so I really appreciate you joining. I'm not going to do a big wrap up here because we weren't on that mic. Yeah, guys, there was an earthquake reported in Japan. It's not like an 8 earthquake. I normally wouldn't do a stream for like a low 6s earthquake in Japan. I'm not saying it's not important, but it's just not the kind of thing I would normally do a stream on. So I'm aware of it. We talked about it. USGS has it as a 5.8. The USGS says 5.8 earthquake in Japan. There you go. They have it as a 5.8. All right. Anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I really appreciate you being here. And hold on a second here. And yeah, subscribe, follow the channel, Agenda Free TV. Thanks to all of our moderators. Ruth, Beth Mythical, Roberts May Queen, Big Ball of Yarn, Cerero, I Got That Fire, Mark HNC, Matthew Kohai 3, Sarah Surly Dev, Paul Anderson, Kay Lowry, Body, Margaret Riley. Thanks, Christy Claff, for subscribing. Thanks, Sandy Zapp, for the stars. Thank you, Sandy. And Linda Belglary and Misha on X, thank you. Also, thanks to Toolman Tim for your support. Thanks, Toolman Tim and Love Francis and Notorious Rob on Twitch. And also Mirage Dub. And thank you. Also, Egon, Cholaki, and Wow. And Nightfox92 and the Sugaro on Twitch, thank you. I'll probably, just so you know, once in a while there's a stream like this where some news is coming out, it's not clear what's going on, and I come on the air, and then it's like, oh, kind of, okay, it's not nothing too crazy or anything. So this stream I might make unlisted or private. There's nothing nefarious going on. It's just when it's a stream like this, there's no real need to have it up on the channel page, because I don't want people being fooled into thinking there was some huge thing that happened. So if you notice it missing there, that's why. Nothing nefarious. Hey, thanks, Drunk Can Cook, as well. All right, guys, I am wrapping up this stream. Thanks for joining us for this mini stream here. Looks like everything is under control there for the moment in Caracas. But I will keep an eye on things. If there's big developments, we'll certainly come back on the air. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.